So, continuation of our discussion regarding the empirical formula. Going back with our question, how are we going to solve the empirical formula if we have given masses for each element in a compound? So, we have your sample problem. Let me read it. Consider a sample of compound determined to contain. Okay, just kindly replace this 1.71 grams into 1.17 grams. This is typographical error kasi we bring down here 1.17 grams of carbon and 0.287 grams of hydrogen. So we have two elements here, carbon and hydrogen, with the given masses 1.17 grams of carbon and 0.287 grams of hydrogen. So how are we going to solve for the empirical formula if there are given masses? So we have mnemonics to memorize in order to solve for that. So the mnemonics is percent to mass or percentage to mass. That is the first step. Second step, convert the mass into mole. For the third step, divide it by small. And then for the fourth step, make it whole. Again, percent to mass, mass to mole, divided by small, make it whole. So, you will memorize this for you to easily compute the empirical formula. But since our problem, there is only given masses and there is no percentage or percent for each element, so what will be our step? So since we have given masses, so no need to do the first step, which is percentage to mass. So no, we will proceed automatically to step number 2, which is mass to mole. So we need to convert the mass of each element into mole. So what we will be needing in conversion of mass to mole? So we will be needing atomic mass of an element. Okay, so what are we going to do to solve that? So since this is not a percent, this is not in percentage rather, so we're going to bring down the mass of the carbon, 1.17 grams of carbon, and in order to cancel the grams of carbon, we will write the grams of carbon in the denominator to cancel this and convert it into moles of carbon. Ayan. So in mass to mole conversion, we will be needing the atomic weight of the carbon. So we will proceed to our periodic table. So using the periodic table, we are going to look for the mass of the carbon. So this is our periodic table, online periodic table. Just click for the carbon and look for the atomic mass or atomic weight of the carbon. So the atomic weight of carbon is 12.011. So on this part. Ayan. Going back with the problem. So 1.17 grams of carbon. So we put the atomic mass in the denominator 12.011 grams of carbon and in the numerator 1 mole of carbon. So for the molar mass of carbon, we always say that in 1 mole of carbon there is equivalent of 12.011 grams of carbon. So now we can now get our desired unit. So all we have to do is to cancel the grams of carbon, so we have now our desired unit, which is moles of carbon. So moles of carbon. So we can use the scientific calculator to double check this. So we have 1.17 So we have 1.17 divided by 12.011. So our answer will be 0.0974107. Okay, so this is our answer. So we have 0.097411. So mostly in chemistry books, in the conversion of mass to mole, for the empirical formula, they are rounding off the moles into 3 significant figures. So if you're going to round it off, this will be 0.0974. Ayan. So now let's proceed in calculating the moles of hydrogen. So what is the mass of hydrogen? So let us bring it down. 0.287 grams of hydrogen. So to cancel the grams of hydrogen, okay, we're going to rewrite the grams of hydrogen in the denominator. And we're going to write the conversion. In 1 mole of hydrogen, we will get the atomic mass of the hydrogen by looking on the periodic table. So going back with our periodic table, let us click the hydrogen and we can see the atomic mass or the atomic weight of hydrogen, which is equivalent to 1.00794. So we had 1.00794 grams of hydrogen. So with this smaller mass, we all know that in 1 mole of hydrogen, there is equivalent of 1.00794 grams of hydrogen. So now, we can now cancel the unit grams of hydrogen and get the desired unit, which is in mole of hydrogen. And so with the use of scientific calculator, we have 0.287 divided by, with the atomic weight, our atomic weight is, for hydrogen, is 1.00794. 1.00794. So our answer is 0.284739. 0.28474. 74 kasi we round off the 3 in by adding 1, because beside it the value 9 is higher than 5, so we need to add 1. So in rounding it off, we have final answer 0.28474. So for computing the moles, we are always round it off into 3 significant figures. So thus, we can accurately represent this compound with formula. So we have the moles of carbon, which is 0.974. Sorry, this is typographical error again. So this should be, okay, so the moles of carbon should be 0.0974. 0.0974, since we're going to round it off with 3 significant figures. So this is typographical error, so just kindly correct it in your notebook. And for hydrogen, we have 0.284. So this is rounded off into, it should be 0.285. Since the beside number of 4 is 7, so it should be 5. So again, this is typographical error. So just kindly correct the module. So I just get this module from the internet, which is from the press books. So kindly correct these values. Ayan. So we have, for the carbon, 0.097411. So we just copy all the values here. The number of moles. So we bring it down. And for hydrogen, we have 0.28474. So dito hindi siya ni-round off. So it's okay lang na isulat siyang buo. So now, we will proceed to the third step. So again, what is our second step. So we jump with the second step because our given is already in mass form. So that is mass to mole. So now we already have the mole unit. So what will be our next step? So we will proceed to our third step, divided by small. So uh, by looking in the number of moles for carbon and hydrogen, which has a smaller value? Yan. Ano ang mas maliit sa dalawa? Is it 0.097411 or 0.28474? So obviously, we have smaller value for carbon kasi 0.0 to. Ito, next one is 0.2 na to. So we're going to divide it by small. We will proceed to step 3. So ito first, this is the step 2. So proceed for the step 3, divide it by small. So we just copy this. Ayan, we copy this. So automatically, 0.097411 divided by itself. So automatically, we will get 1. And for hydrogen, 0.28474. So tama na siya dito. Dito, medyo mali na siya kung i-round up siya into 3 decimal places. So divided by small. So ang small natin is 0.097411. So with the use of calculator, we will get 3. Ayan. So hindi ko na ipapakita to using the scientific calculator. Just calculate it with your own scientific calculators. So our empirical formula for C and H is CH3. So anong ginawa natin? We make it whole. Ayan. Siguro ipakita na din pala natin yung part ng hydrogen. Kasi ito automatically 1 na to for C. For hydrogen, let us use scientific calculator. 0.28474. So we round it off. Divided by 0.097. Divided by 0.0974 ang nakalagay dito. 11. Ayan. So, ito naman din yan nasa taas. 0.4. Ayan. Na-round off siya. Katabi niya kasi 7. So, yung 0 na to magiging 1. 0.097411. So, we will get the answer. Ayan. So, our final answer is 2.9. So, sabi natin sa third step natin fourth step natin rather in mnemonics for getting the empirical formula, after dividing it by small, we need to make it whole. So, how are we going to make it whole? So, we need to round this off. The 2.9 will be automatically converted into, will be converted into 3. So, 2.9 will be converted into 3. Okay, don't mind this part. So, akala ko i-round off niya. So, this is automatically 3. Ayan. So, from our module, so this is correct. 1 molecule for carbon and for hydrogen, we have 3. So recall that subscripts 1 are not written but rather assumed if no other number is present. So on this part, no need to write the molecule 1. It's understood that it has 1 molecule. So the empirical formula for this compound is the CH3. This may or may not be the compound's molecular formula. However, we could need additional information to make determination. So consider another example, a sample of compound determined to contain 5.31 grams of fluorine and 840 grams of oxygen. Yan, so we can solve for this. Let us try. Okay, using our whiteboard. So, let us proceed to the second step. So, second step tayo. Step number 2. So, from our mnemonics, anong sabi natin sa mnemonics? Mass to mole. Okay, balik tayo. So, this will be mass to mole. Ayan. So, what is our given? Ang given natin from the problem is 5.31 grams of chlorine. Balik tayo sa whiteboard natin. Ano ulit yun? 5.31 grams of chlorine. 5.31 grams of chlorine. So, this is mass to mole. So, kapag nagko-convert tayo ng mass to mole, lagi natin sinasabi, from our previous discussion, we will be needing atomic mass of the element. Okay. Atomic mass of the element. Ayan. So, to cancel this grams of chlorine, kailangan may grams of chlorine dito sa baba. And convert it into moles. So, saan natin kukunin tong conversion na to? So, we're going to look in the periodic table for chlorine. Ang chlorine natin, saan yung chlorine natin? Ito. So, it has an atomic weight of 35.4527. 35.4527. Again, 35.4527. Okay, tama ba? From our periodic table, 35.4527. 35.4527. So, our conversion from mass to mole, we all know that in 1 mole of chlorine, there is equivalent of 35.4527 grams of chlorine. Ayan. So, we can now cancel the grams of chlorine and we can now get the desired unit, which is moles of chlorine. So, moles of chlorine. So, for shortcut, no need to write the letter E, just put that. Ayan. So, let us compute this with the use of our scientific calculator, 5.31. So, let us clear this all. 5.31 divided by 35.4527. 35.4527. So, our answer is 0.149. 0.149. Ayan. So, since lagi tayo 3 decimal places in conversion of mass to mole, sabi ko nga sa inyo, in most chemistry books, lagi siya na in 3 significant figures, in 3 significant figures. So, we need to round this off. So, it will become 0.150 kasi beside 4, we have 9 and beside 9, we have 7. So, automatically, magiging 10 na to. So, madadagdag yung 1 dito sa 4. So, it will become 0.150. So, let us write it on our whiteboard. So, our answer is 0.150 moles of chlorine. So, this is our step number 2, mass to mole. Ayan. So, for chlorine, we have 0.150. Now, for oxygen. So, our given mass for oxygen is 840 grams. Okay, for oxygen, so this is letter A. So, let us compute for letter B. Our oxygen, the mass is 8.40 grams. 8.40 grams. 8.40 grams of oxygen. Now, to cancel the grams of oxygen, we're going to write the unit below, in the denominator and convert it into moles of oxygen. So now, saan natin kukunin yung conversion nito? So, in 1 mole of oxygen, there is equivalent atomic mass of oxygen. So, we will be needing our periodic table. So, our periodic table, kindly click oxygen. So, ang oxygen natin is 15.9994. So, tatlong 9 and 4. So, in 1 mole of oxygen, there is equivalent of 15.9994. Ayan. So, we can now cancel the unit grams of oxygen and we have now our desired unit moles of oxygen. So, meron na tayong moles of oxygen. So, with the use of scientific calculator, 8.40 grams divided by 15.9994 15.9994. So, our answer is 0.525. So, let us check. 0.525. So, this is correct. So, we're going to write this on our whiteboard. Ay, nawala. Ayun. So, eto na siya. We have for chlorine. Ayan. So, after the step 1, nabura ko yung nasa whiteboard. Akala ko kasi mabura yung lines doon na mahaba. So, we will proceed to the third step. So, after mass to mole, ayan, nauna natin. Mass to mole. Okay. For oxygen, little lang natin for oxygen. Oxygen natin is 8.40 grams. Pakita lang natin yun. 8.40 grams of oxygen. So, to cancel this, grams of oxygen below. So, we will be needing our conversion. In 1 mole of oxygen, there is equivalent of 15.994. So, we cancel this. So, we have now our desired unit, moles of oxygen. Ayan. So, our final answer is 0.525. 0.525 moles. Okay. So, this is letter B. Ulitin lang natin yung for chlorine. For chlorine, we have 5.31. 5.31 grams, and to convert this for chlorine, to cancel the grams of chlorine, we will be needing to convert it into moles of chlorine. So in 1 mole of chlorine, we have 35.45 45.27. Ayan. So cancel the grams of chlorine. So we have our desired unit, moles of chlorine. So our final answer is 0.150. So we round it off using the calculator. Ayan. So this is our second step. Mass 2 mole. Ayan. So yan. So our third step will be divided by small. Okay. So between the two, which has a smaller value? Is it the moles of chlorine or the moles of oxygen? So obviously, the smaller value is the moles of chlorine. So let us divide it by small. So our step 3, divided by small. So our smaller value is chlorine. So divided by small, 0.150 moles and 0.150 moles. So cancel, 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 cancel. So what will be our final answer? So for chlorine, automatically this is how many? So this will be 1 for chlorine. So 1 is not written anymore. So we have 0.525 using the calculator. 0.525 divided by 0.150. So our answer will be 3.5. Ayan. So here we divided by small. So this is 1 and this is 3.5. Okay. Ayan. So nakita naman natin Cl is 1 and oxygen is 3.5. So our value for oxygen is in decimal place. So what are we going to do? Okay, so to convert this into whole number, we must multiply each of the subscripts by 2. Okay. So we need to think of a number wherein if you will multiply it, the value of oxygen will be a whole number. So we're going to multiply it. So our fourth step is make it whole. So since this is in decimal place, we need to multiply both by 2. Ayan. So 1 times 2, ayan, 3.5 times 2, so we will get 7. So our empirical formula for Cl is Cl2O7. So dichlorine heptoxide. So if we're going to read the chemical formula, this is dichlorine heptoxide. Ayan. So our final empirical formula is Cl2O7 from our uh, module. So in summary, empirical formulas are derived from experimentally measured element masses by deriving the number of moles of each element from its mass, dividing each element's smaller amount by smaller amount to yield subscript for a tentative empirical formula, and 3. Multiply all the coefficients by an integer if necessary to ensure that the smallest whole number ratio of subscripts is obtained. So, for shortcut, just kindly memorize this mnemonics. Percentage to mass or percent to mass to mole divided by small, make it whole. Ayan. So, as a recap, our first example, so we convert the mass into mole. So, we divide it by small. Then, we just simply make it whole. Kasi we got exact quotient in whole numbers. But once you get the final answer by dividing it by small, and you get the answer in decimal place, so you will think of a number wherein you will multiply it to make it whole. Just like this one, we multiply 3.5 by 2 to make it 7, and as well as we need to apply it also in the part of chlorine or element chlorine. Ayan. So again, this is our mnemonics. Percent to mass to mole divided by small, make it whole. Okay. So we have here the figure. Ito lang din yon. Mass to mole. Yan, by divide it by the molar mass. So, nabanggit ko kanina, kapag if we're going to convert the mass into mole, we will be needing the molar mass. And then after that, divide it by small, and we will be needing the mole ratio ng A and X. Ito yung kanina, yung letter A, ito yung kay chlorine, and yung letter X, ito yung kay oxygen. Okay, we just apply a variable kasi these are unknown elements, and then convert the ratio to the lowest whole numbers, and that will be the empirical formula. Same with the second element, ganun din, kaya this is element X, this refers to the second element. We're going to convert the mass into mole by giving the molar mass, dividing it by the molar mass, and then divide by the lowest number of moles. Kung sino yung pinakamababang number of moles, i-divide it both, applying it to both elements, and then convert the ratio to the lowest whole number. So, make it whole, and that will be the final empirical formula. Ayan. So, that is how to calculate empirical formula.